Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. 24 Surah Noor. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. This is a surah which we have sent down and which we have enjoyed. And it is, we have revealed manifest ayah that you may remember. The fornicatresses and fornicator, flog of each of them with 100 steps. Let not pity withhold you in their case, in a punishment prescribed by Allah, if you believe in Allah and the last day, and let a party of the believers witness their punishment. This punishment is for unmarried person guilty for the above crime, but if married person commit it illegal sex, the punishment is to stone with to death according to Allah's law. The adulterer, fornicator, marries not but the adulterous fornicator of a mushrika, and the adulterous fornicatress. None marry her except an adulterer, fornicator, or a mushrik. Or a prostitute, then surely he is either an adulterer, fornicator, or a mushrik. And the woman who agrees to marry a mushrik or an adulterer, fornicator, then she is either a prostitute or a mushrik, such a thing forbidden to the believers. And those who accuse chaste women and produce not for witness, flog them with 80 strips and reject their testimony forever. They indeed are the fasik. Except those who repent thereafter and do righteous deeds. Verily Allah is of forgiving, most merciful. And for those who accuse their wives but have no witness except themselves, let the testimony of one of them be for testimonies by Allah that he is one of those who speak the truth. And the fifth invoking of the cause of Allah on him, if he be of those who tell a lie, but she shall avert the punishment from her if she bears witness 4 times by Allah and he is telling a lie. And the fifth testimony should be that the wrath of Allah be upon her if he speak the truth. And had it not been for the grace of Allah and his mercy on you, and that Allah is the one who forgives the accept repentance, the all-wise. Verily those who brought forth the slander against Aisha radiallahu anhu, the wife of the Prophet, or the group among you, consider it not a bad thing for you. Nay, it is a good for you. To every man among them will be paid that which he had earned of the sin, and as for him among them who had the greater share therein, he will be a great tournament. Why then they did not the believers, women and men, when you heard it, think good of their own people and say, this charge is an obvious lie? Why did they not produce 4 witnesses, since they produce witness, then with Allah they are the liars? Had it not been for the grace of Allah and his mercy to you in this world and in the hereafter. A great tournament would have touched you, for the whereof you had spoken, when you were propagating it the your tongue and uttering with your mouth that whereof you had no knowledge, you counted it a little, while with Allah it is very great. And why did you not, when you heard it say, it is not right for us to speak of this, glorified are you, O Allah? This is a great lie. Allah forbids you from it and warns you not to repeat the like of it forever. If you are believers, and Allah make the ayah plain to you, and Allah is all knower, all wise. Verily, those who like that the crime of illegal sexual intercourse should be propagated among those who believe. They will have a painful torment in this world and in the hereafter, and Allah knows and you know not. And had it not been for the grace of Allah and His mercy on you, and that Allah is full of kindness, most merciful. O you who believe, follow not the footstep of Shaitan, and whosoever follow the steps of Shaitan, then verily he command al-fahisha, commit indecency, and al-munkar, do to do evil and wicked deeds, and to speak or to do what is forbidden in Islam. And had it not been for the grace of Allah and His mercy on you, not one of you would never been have been pure from sins, but Allah purifies whom He will, and Allah is all hearer, all knower. And let not those among you who are blessed with grace and wealth fear not to give to their kinsome al masakin, and those who left their homes of Allah for Allah's cause, let them pardon and give. Do you not love that Allah should forgive you? And Allah is of forgiving, most merciful. Verily, those who accuse chaste women, who never even think of ever touching their chastity, and are good believers, are cursed in their life and in the hereafter, and for them will be great torment on the day when their tongue, their hand, and their legs will bear witness against them as to what they used to do. On that day, Allah will pay them the recompense of their deed in full, and they will know that Allah, He is the manifest truth. Bad statements or are for the bad people, and bad people of bad statements. Good statements are for good people, and good people for good statements. Such are innocent of bad statements which they say, for them are forgiveness and razikun kareem. O you who believe, enter not house other than your own until you have asked permission and greeted those in them. That is better for you, in order that you may remember. And if you find no one therein, still enter they until permission have been given to you. And if you are asked to go back, go back, for it is pure for you, and Allah is all knower of what you do. There is no sin on you that you entered house prohibited. You have no interest in them, and Allah has knowledge of what you reveal and what you conceal. Tell the believing men to lower their gaze and protect their private parts. That is pure for them. Verily, Allah is well acquainted with what they do. Not to reveal their adornment except to their husband, or their father, or their husband's father, or their son, or their husband's son, or their brothers, or their brother's son, or their sister's son, or their Muslim women, or the female slaves whom their right hand possesses, and old male servant who lack vigor, or small children who have no sense of feminine sex, and let them not stamp their feet so as to reveal what the height of their adornment. And all of you beg Allah to forgive you all, O believers, that you may be successful, and marry those among you who are single, and the solely of your slave and maid servant, if they be poor, Allah will enrich them out of His bounty, and Allah is all sufficient for His creature need all nor. And let those who find not the financial mean for marriage keep themselves chaste until Allah enriches them for His bounty. And such of your slave as a seek writing, give them such writing if you find that there is good and honesty in them, and give them something out of the wealth of Allah which He has bestowed upon you, and force not your maids to prostitution if they desire chastity, in order that you may make a gain in the good of this worldly life. But if anyone compels them, then after such compulsion, Allah is of forgiving, most merciful. And indeed, we have sent down for you ayah that make things plain, and the explain of those who passed away before you, and an domination for those who are al muttaqin. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. The parable of His light is as a niche, and within it is a lamp. The lamp is in the glass as it were in brilliant star, lit from the blessed tree, an olive neither of the east nor of the west. It gets sun rays only in the afternoon, but it is exposed to the sun all the day long, whose oil would almost glow forth through the on fire touched it, light upon light. Allah guides to His light whom He will, and Allah is set forth parables for mankind, and Allah is all knowledge of everything. In a house which Allah has ordered to be raised, in them His name is remembered. Therein glorify Him in the morning and in the afternoon, or the evenings. Men whom neither trade nor sale divert from the remembrance of Allah, nor from giving the zakah. They fear a day when hearts and eyes will be overturned, that Allah may reward them according to the best of their deeds, and add even more for them out of His grace, and Allah provide without measure to whom He wills. As for those who disbelieve, their deeds are like a mareg, and in a desert the thirsty one thinks it to be water until he comes up to it. He finds it to be nothing, but the finds Allah with him, who will pay him his due, and Allah is swift is taking account. Or he is like like the darkness is a vast deep sea, overwhelmed with waves, topped by dark clouds. If the man stretches darkness upon darkness. If a man stretches out his hand, he can hardly see it, and he for whom Allah has not appointed light for him, there is no light. See you not, O Muhammad, that Allah, He it is whom glorify, whosoever is in the heavens and the earth, and the birds with wings outspread. Of each one he knows indeed his salat and his glorification, and Allah is all knower of that what they do. And to Allah belongs the sovereignty of the heavens and the earth, and to Allah is the return of all. See you note that Allah drives the cloud gently, then join them together, then make them into the heap of layer, and you see the rain comes forth from between them, and he sends down from the sky sail like mountains, and strike there with whom he wills, and averts it from whom he wills. The waved flash of its cloud lightning nearly blind the sight. Allah caused the night and the day to succeed each other. Truly, in this is indeed a lesson for those who have insight. Allah has created every moving creature from water. Of them there are some that creep on their bellies, and some that walk on two legs, and some that walk on four. Allah creates what He will. Verily, Allah is able to do all things. We have indeed sent down Manfred's ayah, and Allah guides whom He wills to straight path to Allah's religion of Islamic monotheism. The hypocrites say we have believed in Allah and in the Messenger Muhammad and obey. We obey, then a party of them turn away thereafter. Such are not believers, and when they are called to Allah and his messenger to judge between them, lo, a party of them refuse and turn away. But if the truth is on their side, they come to him willingly with submission. Is there a disease in their hearts, or do they doubt or fear lest Allah and His Messenger should wrong them in judgment? Nay, it is they themselves who are in Zalimin. The only saying of the faithful believers when they are called to Allah and His Messenger to judge between them is that they say, we hear and we obey, and such are the successful. And whosoever obeys Allah and His Messenger, fear Allah and keep His duty to Him, such are the successful. They swear by Allah their strongest oath that if only you would order them, they would leave. Say, swear you not. Obedience is known. Verily, Allah is well acquainted with what you do. Say, obey Allah and obey the Messenger. If you turn away, He is only responsible for the duty placed on Him, and you for that placed on you. If you obey Him, you shall be on the right guidance. The messenger's duty is only to convey message is in a clear way. Allah has promised to those among you who believe and you do righteous good deeds that He will certainly grant them succession to in the land as He granted it to those before them, and that He will grant them the authority to practice their religion which He has chosen for them, and He will surely give them in exchange safe security after their fear. They worship me and do not associate anything with me. But whosoever disbelievers after this, they are the fasiqeen and perform as salah and give zakah and obey the messenger that you may receive mercy. Consider not that the disbelievers can escape in the land. Their abode shall be the fire, the worst indeed is their destination. O you who believe, let you slave and slave girls and those among you who have not come to the age of puberty ask your permission, and while you put off your clothes for the noonday and after the Isha Salah, 3 times are the of privacy of you. Other than these times, there is no sin on you or on them to move about attending to each other. Thus Allah make clear the ayah to you, and Allah is all knower, all wise. And when the children among you come to puberty, then let them permission as those senior to them. Thus Allah make clear his ayah for you, and Allah is all knower, all wise. And as for women past childbearing, we do not accept wedlock. It is no sin on them if they discard their clothing in such a way as not to show their adornment, but to refrain is better for them, and Allah is all hearer, all knower. There is no restriction on the blind, nor any restriction on the lame, nor any restriction on the sick, nor on you yourselves if you eat from your house or the house of your fathers or the house of your mothers or the house of your brothers or the house of your sister or the house of your father's brother or the houses of your father's sister or the houses of your mother brothers or the houses of your mother's sister whose whereas of you hold keys or a friend, or no sin on you whether you eat together or apart. But when you enter the house, greet one another with a greeting from Allah. Assalamu alaikum. Blessed and good. Thus Allah make clear ayah verses or you religious symbol and sign to you that you may understand. The true believers are only those who believe in oneness of Allah and the messenger Muhammad, and when they are with him on some common matter, they go not away until they have asked his permission. Verily, those who ask your permission, those are those who believe in Allah and his messenger. So, if they ask your permission for same affairs, and there give permission to whom you will of them, and ask Allah for their forgiveness. Truly Allah is of forgiving, most merciful. Make note the sealing of calling of the messenger, you calling one of another. Allah knows of you who slip away under shelter, and let those who oppose the messenger his sunnah legal ways, let some fitna should befall them or a painful torment be inflicted on them. Certainly to Allah belongs all that is in the heavens and the earth. Surely He knows your condition and day when they will be brought back to Him, and then He will inform them of what they did. And Allah is all knower of everything.